Hi everyone, it's Sue. Welcome back. I've just been tidying up and going through some of my scraps, and I've got some of this corrugated card left over from when I did these journaling cards in a previous video. I'll try and endeavour to remember to put the description or the card up the top here so that you can go and check them out. So I thought I might just have a play around with them, and I want to do them sort of shabby chic sort of looking as well. I'm not going to get the paint out. This one's just got a little bit of paint, so I'm just going to use this as it is. I'm just thinking a little just a tiny little card, a dangle or something like that. You know, I like a larger dangle to go in a journal. So I'm just going to tear, I don't know, probably something like that. This one is going to be more straight, so I might just cut that one in half. We could tear it and make it a little bit rougher looking, but we might just do a couple that are a little bit more structured. And then this one, as I said, I'm just going to tear along and have this one really rough as well. So probably take some more of this paper off the top. Not all of it, but we'll leave that bit hanging. There we go. So we've got out of those scraps, this bit here I'll probably use as a bit of layering on something down the track. But 2, 4, 6, 8 little cards, dangly things, whatever we're going to call them. All right, so what are we going to do? I have thought I might use some little photos that are printed off a digital kit from Louisa Heinzel, and I'll just show you those in a minute. So these are, I'm not sure of the name of the kit. I think it might actually be a couple of kits combined, but I thought these might be cute, although they're a little bit too big. I could cut them down a bit. Let me just have a look. So I'm basically just going to do a little bit of layering, that type of thing. I'm going to bring in some of the fabrics that I'm using in a couple of journals, and I've got just this little container full of lace offcuts and that type of thing from projects that I've been doing. So I just thought if I do a bit of layering with some paper and fabric and that type of thing, and just have them as like little card dangles off the top of a page or something. So what I'm thinking is I might just trim this photo down just a fraction each side, just so that it's a little bit smaller. So that's a little bit better. Okay, so I might just go through and choose a few photos for each of these. You don't have to use photos, of course. You can use whatever you have on hand. You could do flowers, that type of thing, but I think I just want to try and use some of these lovely photos. Look at him, isn't he gorgeous? Oh, him not so much. I think I want to do ladies or girls, just to sort of stick with the pretty theme. That laugh is amazing. Oh, I have to do her. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. I love these photos. They're so much fun. Okay, I don't know how many I've got here now, but we'll She's beautiful too. All right, let's just see what we've got. Same, I'm just going to trim down the photos that I'm definitely going to use, just so they look a bit more of the right size for the card. What I'm doing here. Have to have this one, she's beautiful. All right, so I've got enough photos for the cards, and I've just trimmed them down quite small, as you can see, so that they fit much nicer nicely on the bits of corrugated card. And I just love that one and this one. Now, what am I going to do? As I said, I think I'm just going to do a bit of layering and just add a few bits and pieces here and there. It's going to be fairly simple, and I'll probably put an eyelet or something in there so that it can dangle off another large card or something like that, or it can just sit in the pocket and have something pretty dangling from it. So I'm going to use some of these fabrics. So these fabrics are what I'm using in a few journals that I'm doing at the moment, and I think I'm just going to pull a few pieces out and just have a play and see what I can come up with. I have got some ruffles done as well. We could probably use some of those. So let me just grab a few of these fabrics out. All right, so I think I want to just layer some fabric first of all underneath some of them. Now I don't need big pieces. And I want them looking quite torn and you know, shredded. So I'm just going to add to that look by just pulling them, making them a little bit grungy looking. Okay. I'm just going to fiddle for a minute and just put some pieces underneath them, and I'll come back and just show you what I've done once I've worked out which colours I want to go where. Alrighty, so I've gone and I've just randomly put some fabrics under the photos. Tried not to think about it too much. I don't think it really matters, but it's just brightens them up a little bit. So that's what I've chosen for them all. Okay, I found this old bit of paper out of a book. It's really fragile. So I'm thinking that I would like to add, not necessarily this printed side, but this side. I'd like to add some of that underneath for layering as well. So I'm just, and I want to use some of this edge here. So I'm just going to tear that. You could use book paper with script on it as well, which I might actually do. I just liked this paper for some reason. I'm not sure why exactly. Probably just because it's so fragile. So I might actually just do a little bit of script stamping possibly onto this, just to sort of give it a little bit more impact. I'm just going to use the Distress Vintage Photo in the archival ink and just really randomly just stamp all over it. So that's basically what I want to do, is just add, I could even glue that tiny little piece there, couldn't I? Might actually use that on something else. So I might glue that onto the top of that one because there's a lot of space up the top there. That's nice, I like that. I'm going to just do that now. So I'm just going to go through and just add some little bits of this paper. I don't know, I may not even add it to all of them. I'll see how I go. So I decided to put a little bit on each of them, and I think it just adds a little bit more texture. Now, these two here, I just love them, and I'm just going to leave that tiny little piece there. I don't want to take away from the photo too much. So I'm thinking that they're starting to look quite nice now as it is. I do want to add a little bit of lace, some sort of lace on there. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look in here and see what I've got. And I may even change some of these around. Okie doke. Okay, so I'm just going to leave these guys for the moment. I'm just going to maybe just add something like that. I don't mind that. And I'm not doing any sewing on these. Wow, that's unusual for me, isn't it? But I just want to just get something simple but effective done and not have to sew. So I love the combination here of like the bright fabrics with the vintage style laces. I think they look really nice. What else have we got here? Got some pink. These little girls aren't quite doing it for me at the moment. So I'm going to take this away and maybe add Nope. That's quite cute. Okay. This beautiful one here. Do that side, I like that. Okay, I'm going to stick with that. I'm not going to overthink it too much at all. These guys, I don't know, they do need something, don't they? Let me just have a look here. It's got this tiny little snippet of lace left here. If we put it under there, like that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with those. I do have some little paper flowers here as well. And I thought I might maybe put some on some of them. What I'm going to do though is I'm quite happy with the layout of those. I'm going to actually glue all that down in place. And then I'll come back and show you. All right, so I've secured all of those down. I'm really loving how they're looking. So I'm just going to go through and have a look and see if I want to add some of these little pink paper flowers. And then I'm going to add an eyelet in the top left or top right, maybe even down the bottom. I'll have a look, but yeah, I really, really like it. I've just left everything hanging over. I love how they've come together. Absolutely adore this woman. And these two. So we'll grab some of these flowers and we'll just have a play and we'll just see. I think these guys I'm going to put put 3 in there for them on the corner. Whoops. Press them down and then I'm just going to pop them aside just so that they dry. I don't think she needs much at all, so I think I'm just going to put one. I'm going to put one in her hair, I think. What What do you think? Actually, I might just leave it. I love her as she is there, so I'm just going to leave her, not mess with that. Okay, I think I'll do the 3 up there in the corner. I think, you know, really they don't need much at all because they're looking quite nice as they are, but it's not going to hurt just to add a little bit of extra texture, a little bit of extra colour. And these aren't that thick, they're not going to add that much bulk to your journals. I'm going to put one in her hair. Cute. She's already got a flower in her hair. Do we want to put one in there? No. I think I'm just going to put the lighter colour pink down the bottom right here. Yeah, like that. Okay. Glue everywhere. No, I'm just going to leave them plain. I'll do that there. Okay, so they've all, well, not all of them, but we've put a few flowers on some of those. I just think it adds another little layer of texture and colour. I'm quite happy with those. So I'm just going to get my crocodile and some eyelets, and we're going to add some eyelets into those and maybe hang some dangles from them, and then we're pretty much done, I think. Now I just think for balance, if there's something like this side, I'm going to actually hang the dangle or to do the eyelet up in the opposite corner. So I'm just going to go through and do that on all of them. So I've put the eyelet in all of those, and what I'm thinking, I've grabbed some different charms that I've got. I've got this really fine ball chain. Probably want to shorten it, to be honest. So it's going to be very fiddly, and I'm not worried about it being, you know, different color metal. So I'm going to probably cut it in half, I think, and hope I haven't done it too short. So I just, no, that's about perfect. All right, so I'm just going to add, that's not going to work, is it? Because the hole's not big enough. Okay, we might have to just go with the butterflies and the pearls, I think, for this one. You can add jump rings to these. I don't have them handy at the moment. They're not going to work either. Okay. I'm going to have to find some jump rings. I'll try this one, see what it looks like. I might go and put these on and come back and show you, because it could be a bit of a process trying to get these done up. Okay, so I've finished all those and I've added some charms, and I think they'll look really lovely. You could even just add a bulb pin and hang something from them. I think they'll look really lovely either just hanging out of a pocket, or you could clip them to the top of a page. So I'm just going to quickly run through and show you the ones I've done. I might have to go back in and put this one around the other way because it's not sitting quite right. It was a process trying to get that tiny little ball chain into the clip, but I'm really happy how these have turned out. Great use of the scraps from those other cards that I made. I'll just get these all in shots so you can see them. I absolutely, you know, I love this woman. I've said it about 50 times. So she had to have the beautiful diamante heart. She makes me happy. And these two as well. They deserve the diamante heart. Aren't they just beautiful? Love them. Absolutely love them. So these were fun. Really fun to put together, using up just little scraps and snippets and all sorts of bits and pieces. So I think they'll look beautiful in these journals that I'm doing. And that one as well. All right, what do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think of those. I had so much fun doing them. So I've used up some scraps as well now, so I'm pretty happy. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there today. I hope you get to make some and use up some of your scraps. So take care, and until next time, I hope you get a little bit of creative time in. See you soon. Bye-bye.